Savory Eats Nissin Cup of Noodles. This is going to be chicken flavor. It's Wednesday, 25 September 2024. So here's the beauty. I am Tanis Coralee Leonhardi. She, her, hers, yep. You can see it's I guess I could pull off the top. It's been steeping. So it's chicken flavor. And I'll show the noodles. And I'm just gonna go through, eat my cup of noodles, and let's see. Revisit non-disclosure and research topic. So I said it's like a non-disclosure and research. So if I'm conducting research, I kind of brought it up, and a lot of my guys were like, "We'd love that, right? Restrict us from talking about it, especially if we're both working and stuff like that." It's like, okay, can talk about it when we're together, but not necessarily like if they're at work, right? Then they're not bringing up my research. However, I was like, but what's the binding duration then? So I'm mixing the noodles up a little bit. So like, how long is that in effect? Because contracts have terminations. All right, so I was like, well, I think the appropriate one would be through the final product of the project. So say I'm working on something, I'm working on publishing a paper, all right, or I'm working on some experiments, or I'm working on some theory, or I'm working on field work, or whatever it is I'm doing. Working on some equations, you know, whatever it is. And the end objective is to have, let's say, a publication. Then essentially, once the publication is printed, so published, then the non-disclosure is like no longer in effect. That's the end of it. Then they're free to talk about it however they want to talk about it, that kind of stuff. So that would be for me and my guys, and they like that because they're like, they get really excited about it, but they also don't want to ruin it. So I was like, maybe that would work then. And then Cristiano status update with Italiano teams. Does he reserve/save one team spot in his fortress approach for finding a Hungarian team together? So him and I would drive around to a bunch of cities in Hungary before he chooses one, because we were talking about 3 teams, so go with 2 Italian teams and then the Hungarian one. Did he get some swag for us? So Cristiano and me, and Josh and Jacob, and possibly Beckham too, to try on, such as jerseys, beanies, and maybe even shorts. He's been a busy warrior ferret. Has he? Is there going to be a special bin somewhere, either with him and or Josh? And then like Jacob and Beckham can come and visit and stuff, and we can try on stuff and be like, do we like the fit? Is it a fit? Is the stuff a fit? Is the team a fit? Which would he prefer to go for first? That kind of stuff. Include us in the decision-making process. And then, if I go for a PhD in physics in Italy, do we both treat the house as our office? So not all PhDs programs have campuses or have on-campus offices. I even encountered that when I was in graduate school. Some of the students only had a shared office, like if they were teaching. Not all, and that was in the United States of America. So in a place as space crunched as Italy, like there might be something similar in effect, or you come on campus for meetings with your advisor, or group meetings, or whatever, for teaching and taking classes, that kind of stuff. So if that turns out to be true for me, then perhaps for when working at home, an 8-hour workday, maybe take the approach of like, if the hours are flexible, do like 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So we can eat breakfast and dinner together, and he can watch me work / be in close proximity to me when I work. So like he gets done say at like 5, so we eat at 6, and then I have work 7 to 9 p.m. He can be there with me, and possibly with a squirrel child or 2. All right, do we get one of those little dog beds, and like I'm working at my desk and the dog bed's over here on the desk, and Scar Baby's lying down as I'm working on my paper or something, and Cristiano's like on the couch over there. Does he do a YouTube video? Me working, Scar Baby snoozing. I think that'd be kind of cool. Or my different, do we have multiple desks or the same desk, but sometimes I put a, you know, monitor on it. All right, and I'm working on like Adobe Illustrator, and the squirrel's still there, and he's like, it's that moment, she's gonna have that breakthrough. This is gonna be that publication that wins that award. And he got it on video, yeah, that kind of thing. Okay. Nice and plump. The noodles. And then if you did the other team, I suppose, too, that work shift approach, right, the 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you were to do a different team, so because PhDs would say it took me 5 to 7 years, and you wanted to get seasons with both teams or something like that, or 2 teams, both in Italy, then he could still, and one was further away, we could still try for 1 to 2 meals a day, even with the commute. Chickeny. Like chicken with wine. Chickeny. Chicken flavor. The beef flavor is good too. That's good. 60 out of 10. The Savory Eats Nissin Cup of Noodles, Wednesday, 25 September 2024 edition. From me, Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle, to you.